Good morning, guys. Just doing a quick preview of Greyville today because I'm still trying to figure out my new Volcano uh, microphone, which apparently doesn't use any sound yet. So I'll hopefully sort that out after the video, but just quickly doing the video because racing is about to start in about 40 minutes. So yeah, just a quick one. In the first one, Tea Time Tipple and Inner Fix. That's probably the two that I'd be interested here. There is let's start with probability stats. There's a 29% year on the opening betting, which is Tea Time Triple, and a 33% year on the Lion Bat horse, which is In a Fix. In a Fix at 4-1, a 33% chance to win is therefore probably the better option. Uh, Sorry for looking a bit sideways because I've got another screen going, and I'll sort that out as well so I can actually just look straight into the camera. So a couple of things to sort out. The bottom here you can see we've now also got our beautiful graphics. So for those that don't like the numbers, you can simply just click on the bomb roll, bat, best average merit rating, adjusted lengths behind, bat, bomb roll and adjusted time speed rating, medium speed, exact distance, medium speed, and the lengths behind indicator. And all our notes at the bottom here for the horse, the jockey, the trainer, the race, the track, etc. And you can also make your own notes by just clicking on there. And you won't have the create contributor note, so it'll just be a note for yourself. No one else can see it. Then the collateral form is at the bottom here as well, so you can open that up. Here's the exotics algorithms 1, and there's the exotics algorithms 2. The weather is here for you as well. And then some study basics, and if you don't know exactly what you're doing, you can go to the tutorial here and you just press the play button, and that will take you to the horse racing tutorial. And the other sports, you'll also just go to the sport and click on the same tutorial button. Also, what we've added here at the top is you'll see you can change to just say all poly, or just the turf, or just this exact course for any of these indicators, or just this exact distance, or any valid within the distance category. So valid within the bomb roll. If I say valid bomb rolls, it's all the green ones. You'll see red ones on the other races. There's no red ones there. I'll show you an example there. So the red ones is like you see these red ones. Now the reason why it's red, like Champonel here, this is a 1400 meters, and these red ones means it's outside the distance category, so it's much shorter. It's 1,000. 1,200 is still within, so that's why that's not red, it's green, and the red ones are outside of that 200 meters. The second race is as well. We go here, we are on a 39% on opening betting, which goes to Night Jar, which is quite high to the rest. I also like Gorgeous Guy, I also like Blush Larder, I also like Mo King, so it's not a really set and dry race. Probability stats though, it has nice 87 races for Greyville 1400 meter class G, and that belongs to Night Jar. You can see at the bottom here it's quite tight. This one, Mo King on the Greyville poly. Take the poly out because this is turf today, so nothing really standing out here. And this is the finishing line, and nothing actually touching the finishing line. So yeah, they're a bit worse than they actually supposed to be for a maiden plate, because that finishing line, depending on the class, is who actually has the capability to win this class and this distance. So open race. When you see these cutting over the bottom line, then it's more a cut and dry race. Moving on to the third race quickly here. Here we've got Siasura now scratched. So for me, it's between Twice Golden and Safe Space and Quantifier. Quantifier having a 33%, but only 2p stats here. So Twice Golden is also a nice one. And at the bottom here was Aurora Storm over the 1600 meters. But yeah, if we put in the valid bomb rolls, then Aurora will disappear. And then we've got Quantifier, Twice Golden, True Trojan, and Safe Space. If we only look at this course, then yeah, True Trojan pops out, so probably a nice one to actually include in your exotics, as it's the start of the Pick Six. Moving on to the fourth race, obviously you've got more time when you're actually a member, which costs a whole less than 20 Rand a day, $29 a month for VIP spoon fed here into our VIP play section. Click on the VIP play, you'll see there's our VIP play so far for today, according to the selections made. And we ran about 370 points profit last month and hoping to do above 200 again for November. So yeah, fingers crossed. Let's move on. Just a very quick preview of all the stuff that's happening in the background here. The next race, top rated to finish in the top three, 70% chance for Certainly 71% chance for Mama's Baby here on 71. So you can see we can do places probability as well. This is 15 probability stats on that one. To win, your chances are 29% here on Mama's Baby. That little green button there says it's a spring chicken. That's second run after the rest. Certainly comes back cold after a rest. That's why that little button there, you'll see when on the top, those things are there as well. Or you can just click on the ratings explained button to give you more of all the information and all these icons and everything else, what they mean. And yeah, if it's a red horse, the red horse means that they are bugging with it. In other words, the handicap in this specific one, Fashion Mistress, has moved from a 76 to a 59, which is a 17 merit rating drop, or a 8.5 kilos. Funny that a trainer gets paid to lose form by 8.5 kilos, and this horse is just 4 years old. Weird. I guess the handicapper allows it. This one's more red even, because in this case it moved from a 76 to a 52, which is 24 merit rating points, or 12 kilos. On top of that, you also get a 4 kilos there for Mr. Plykies, so that's 16 kilos, less than its actual capability, where it has been in the past. And well, I mean, it's another horse that's only 4 years old, and this flashing little flame here suggests that Mr. Plykies and Puller does well together. Win and place jockey percentage is 100% win and place, and Plykies with the horse is in 100% places as well. He's not the best winner. He's 2.8% chance of winning at the track, which is not really great. And Golf Puller is only on 4.7% for this year. But yeah, in KZN, anything's possible because of the Hollywood Bets influence. So yeah, if you look at the owners, you'll see the Hollywood Bet syndicate there. Those races are almost not nice to touch. So yeah, well, me pops out here. If I take the poly out, then yeah, it's a flat line, so nothing really standing out there either. I'm just getting through the video very quickly, so bear with me. Yeah, we have a horse that's actually got quite a decent chance today to perform, in my humble opinion, and that'll be P-Stats 17 and a 60% chance to win on line bet, which goes to Kiwi Lamy. Bat here at the bottom, you see Kiwi Lamy on the 1,000-meter Greyville, which is where we are today, is quite a little bit better than the rest. 2.8 versus the next best 10.65 on the recent, which is about 21 days here. You can change that as well, just to not see all of it, and just maybe just change your to just the last 42 days, and you can see there obviously much less info. But yeah, you might miss something then if you do that. So I like to at least keep it to 168 days, and that should be enough for our purposes. So let's keep it at that for now. So on this one, Bomb Roll actually comes out nicely on Kiwi Lamy, and that's a Turfontaine form. Bat looks decent as well, adjusted time on Kiwi Lamy. Where's Kiwi Lamy now? There it is. Yeah, let's just change that into valid bomb rolls, or let's just change it into the distance today. It's not the greatest thing. He's in there with the rest of them. You actually have some better adjusted times here by Phyllis Field, Cotton Run, 1000 Scottsville, Chara Sands 1000 Scottsville, Villa Spiel, so that's all Scottsville. So let's just put the course on here as well. And there's Villa Spiel on the Greyville 1000 and Kiwilami second best on the Greyville 1000. So yeah, I think Kiwilami will be in the play today. Most probably Villa Spiel has exotic ranking first here, speed rating first, median speed, which is pace first, and exact distance median speed also first at the turf uh, for the same course for Greyville, that is. But all in all, I think Kiwilami with that 60% probability stats on 17 races is probably a decent runner. Moving on quickly over to the next then, race 6 here. Foreshore has now also been scratched, unfortunately. Let me just take the turf for now and change the my personal bet. So here we got Imperious Destiny, Lucky Miss, Dance My Lord, Fate. And you can also see how the improvement is if that obviously has a better line between the two. Then the improvement was better. From Lady Tiptree from there to there is a little bit better improvement than this flat line for Sign of Fate, for instance. So yeah, 34% on Sign of Fate here, chance, which is the highest, but not great in this race. 34% for a 4-1. Lucky Miss 21% for a 8-1, which is what we're working on at the top there. The woof factor, the win odds edge factor against the bookies. So you can get an edge factor here to say if you do it over a long period of time, what your edge would be against the bookie for all of these indicators. Moving on to the next race. Minogue looks pretty decent with Richard Fourie on board. You can see that flaming flashing as well, 16% wins and 50% places. With Wendy, Wendy's had 16 runners without a win, which is not the greatest, but yeah, got Richard on today. Consistency is not looking bad either. You can see the BAT-C is the consistency curve, and that's a 4.4 lengths better than the field on Minogue, which means Minogue should probably be in the mix now with Richard Fourie being booked for this ride as well. You can see the 1400 he won, and then the 1600 potentially a little bit too far, or it's been a little mini feature on BBEM. So yeah, you see the 1200 gets a 5.9 on the bat, 1400 gets worse to a 13.15, and the 1600 he did pretty decent considering it was in a small little feature. And he still maintained a 10 on the bat figures. So yeah, Minogue here pops out nice on the 1200 form. If I change that to only the distance, you can see Miss Baguette pops in here. So yeah, the more time you have to play, the more time you actually have to, as they say, the more you practice, the luckier you get. So yeah, spend the time and reap the rewards. 22% is, however, the highest here on 41 races. Probability stats for the Greyville 1400, and that means that the favourite has got the highest potential to win. On the bat figures here, we've got on the 42 days, Stingray and Miss Baguette has the best figures here, but 84 days, Stingray, Miss Baguette, and yes, Minogue in third place as well. So bit of a question mark on Minogue why he went worst over the 42 days. Maybe he's hiding the form on the 84 days. Still the highest on exotic ranking, greenie points, overall ranking, form, intentions to use the form, super rule percentage, total points, the 42 days bomb roll, and the 84 days bomb roll. That all belongs to Minogue. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 indicators there for Minogue. Of the total, and you'll see that in the detail as well. Minogue, Miss Baguette, yeah. Intention. Yoga's Governor's got only one for the day. Patel is now taking the ride, so you can see there's a change of jockey there. That's a flame, 25% winning chance, 37 places chance, so a little bit of a twinkle star. Coming back from a rest here, showing with the best adjusted time as well. One to worry out for Gareth von Saddles with Serena Moodley flaming, 33% winners, 66% places. Gareth von Saddles 2 runs since his last win, and Serena Moodley 100% on the win and place to win on Juniper Green. So those are things to also look at as you move through doing your studying. But yeah, it does help. It's a tool. It helps you enhance your studying methods, hoping that can bring you some more reward. And then Wendy Whitehead again for the last race. So we've got two in a row, Minogue and Sundance Kid. Wendy with Calvin Habib here, ORA 5.5, best super rule, bat figures also looking 2.4 better than the consistency curve, 3 lengths better than the rest. So I'll see Sundance is pretty decent here. And who's this that's improving nicely? And Nelson Bay coming in here from, you see, he's a nice on the improvement on that improvement here. And this one is Kimball O'Hara that also does well on the improving here. So where is Sundance Kid? You can switch it on and off. So there's Sundance. Here's the finish line, 0 days. So that's Sundance Kid for you. Yeah, probably the highest chance to be in the mix. Let's see what the probabilities agrees with that. 35% chance here to win on Kimball O'Hara on the Bomb 84 days, and 31 also on Kimball O'Hara. And then you have now opening betting also Kimball O'Hara 23 days. So yeah, Kimball O'Hara want to also keep in the mix. Change of stables, that's why that little house is there. But it does come cold. That's why that little ice cube is there. It comes cold. It's first after the race. Tristan Gordon's on there. And there's the rest. You can see he hasn't done anything in the 42 days. So yeah, could potentially be performing here. 2 runs since his last winner, which is decent. Tristan Gordon's got an 11% chance to win with Michael Miller there for the season. Michael Miller does not tune them at its best when coming from a rest, but it has a stable change, and maybe there's some pressure from Morgan Governor, the trainer there. Yeah, let's look at the combinations. If you look at the jockey trainer combinations, who's going to be looking decent for the day? Probably Clinton Binder looks pretty good here. 2 for Clinton Binder, 2 for Mayhew. They've got this one here in a fix, and they've got this one here, Kiwilami. So there's a potential double potentially. But yeah, you'll see some more when you move down. There's MJ Woodendal and Richard Fourie with Patel and Fourie, Mystique, and certainly that's looking pretty decent as well. There's a Muscat and Fourie, B52 and Nelson Bay. Here's a Fourie and Whitehead with Minogue, and then a Hubbard and Whitehead with Sundance Kid. Obviously, as the race results comes through, then you'll see the actual results popping through here, and you can learn some more for the day. And then on the details side, as I said earlier, the indicators that we are talking about, the 9 indicators here on Stuart Ferries in the first, T-Time Tipple, and also 9 on Inner Fix. In the second, the highest here is 8, Mo King. Frank Robertson's got only 1 horse, 4 runs since his last winner. Dennis Bosch, 12 runs since his last winner. That's the trainer ranking, jockey ranking, and whether the jockey and trainer has informed. That's why that flame is there with Robinson and Moodley. Yeah, and you can also look at its collateral form and the graph in combination with the detail. Then if these gaps are more than 1 as an average, that's just an average of all the indicators. If the gaps are bigger than 1, then you normally got a decent thing. Let's see if we can see there's 8 and 9 indicators. There's 12. 12 of our indicators. That's Kiwilami 2.68 to 4.05. So again, Kiwilami probably a decent one to look at for being in the mix today. It's not if you get up to 15, 16, then it becomes a greenie. But so it's not outstanding. It's not standing out in any shape or form. Apart from the probability stats that we mentioned earlier, that's 60% on the line back figure for 17 on the P stats. That's pretty decent. 6th race, nothing. That's 3.6 is your best average. 7th race, 2.68 is your best, with the second best is Miss Baguette. So 2.68 on Minogue there. That's pretty decent. 8th race, 2.77. This is the other windy right, Sundance Kid with Nelson Bay. So the second best there. So yeah, that's it. It's 12.27. I have to just load it up. So it's raw. Showing the owners here. If you see any Hollywood Bets owners run, yeah, because there's a syndicate, Hollywood syndicate here. And would you believe it? It's Kiwilami. Okay, There's another Hollywood syndicate here, and that is Zinekele. So there's a nice little Hollywood bets potential double between the 5th and the 6th race. Anything in KZN with Hollywood bets syndicate on it is worrying. There's in a fix as well, Hollywood syndicate. Okay, so in a fix, Kuilami and Zinekele is a potential triers today. Here we have Imperious Destiny in the 6th, also Hollywood bets horse. Yeah, the more data you look at, the more you see these trails, and the order trail is not looking pretty decent as far as the future of horse racing is concerned. There's Talk of the Bay, not really looking good on anything. But yeah, it's Hollywood bet, so anything can happen. And yeah. Okay, guys, so yeah, that's taking that out. If you don't want to see that many, you can just do the top 2 or top 1 or whatever. Yeah, if you want to use that. But if you want to use bipod, then top rated to finish in the top 2 is obviously your best percentages as bipod. If you want to use PA that starts in the 2nd race, then clearly top rated to finish in the top 3 is better for PA probability. So your highest probability top 3 is 68% on opening betting. That goes to Nightjar in that specific race. Let's go back to Kuilami and see what's Kuilami's chances on the top. On actually, where was Kuilami in the 5th or the 7th or the 6th or the where? Ah, there we go. So 57% chance here for opening betting top 3. But then we move to an 80% chance for Kuilami, 49% return, 80% chance for 17 P-stat races. Be selective and prosper. Bat CD exact course and distance, also 8 lengths better than the field. 10.6 against 2.8. Yeah, guys, that's it. That's all we have time for. But yeah, if you remember 20 Rand a day, then you have much more time than this. This is also just a hobby of mine. So I don't have as much time as you would like me to have either. Have a great day.